Information fueled.
Opinion driven.
This is Nashville's Morning News with Dan Mandis.
And so, my fellow Americans,
we talk news.
8:07 Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Good morning to you, friends. Hope you're doing well. Dan Mandis here, broadcasting from the Dan Cave in Mount Juliet. Yes, my basement. Dan Joan is out in Manchester. KGB is at the studio, and I think from all of our various points, there is no snow falling. Maybe, Joan, with 100,000 watts covering most of the state of Tennessee. Maybe someplace, somewhere, it is still snowing. I don't know, but there is a lot of snow on the ground.
Yeah, to the west of us. I'm sorry.
Okay, to the west of us.
No. I'm sorry, not the west of us. To the east of us. I'm so sorry.
Typical woman doesn't know the directions.
Don't know directions. I have to ask.
Sorry, I had to yell, Dan, be careful right now.
You know what?
Be very careful.
That was way too easy. So yeah. I'm just kidding, Joan.
I could just imagine Amy coming right behind you on screen right now, just arms folded.
Oh, no, Amy, she's heard a lot worse from yours truly than that. Moving right along, 8:09 on Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Our daily Dan poll, real quick. I want to hit this again. Watch us on YouTube and like the show and so forth. And our daily Dan poll today, Elon Musk has been musing, and other folks have as well. The daily the Doge dividend is what we're talking about. Elon Musk, somebody floated the idea of a $5,000 Doge dividend to the American people. And earlier we had a pretty good conversation about whether or not the American people should get a Doge dividend of $5,000, or if we should go ahead and pay down the debt with that money instead. And so I have it as the Daily Dan poll. And so far, if you'd like to go watch us on YouTube and take the poll, please do. What do the numbers show right now?
Right now, we're actually getting closer. It's 54% to the national debt and 46% to $5,000 for you. So this one's pretty close.
Okay, very good. Thank you. 810 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. By the way, Super Text line is open. Even though I'm here at home, I'm reading a lot of your messages. Really appreciate the kind words. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, of course, had the big interview with Sean Hannity last night. And one of the things that I believe, and we talked a little bit about this with Brian, one of the things that I believe is that the media has been trying to drive a wedge between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And that was part of the conversation last night.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. They said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I say, It's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
I think Trump is absolutely right. I mean, people see what's going on, and that's why I think that, I forget who it was. I was interviewing somebody, and they used a visual, and it was a really good visual, where they said basically what the Democrats are doing right now, and you can throw the media in there with them. Basically what they're doing is they're throwing gasoline on themselves and lighting themselves on fire. That's what the Democrats are doing. I mean, listen, it all began in 2016 with the trip down that escalator, and it did continue for that entire 4 years that Donald Trump was in office in that first term. And then, of course, when Biden was in, the lawfare kicked in, then the election, and now Trump 2.0. And it has been, when it comes to the media, it has been just an incredible ride of deceit, lies, obfuscations, flat out targeted character and political assassination by the media and the leftist media and the Democrats. And as Donald Trump said, yet here we are. Part of that interview, Donald Trump praising Elon Musk. This is what's so crazy. Trump is praising, and Hannity is too, praising Elon Musk on SpaceX and Tesla and a lot of the things that Elon has done. And now they're tasking him with retrieving our astronauts from space. One of them, of course, from Mount Juliet, by the way, of course, as you know. Yet somehow, with all of the good things that Elon Musk is doing, they're trying to portray this guy as a bad, horrible person. All the things that he's doing, Elon Musk, all the things that he's doing for the betterment of the world.
You might help the blind to see, and people with spinal cord injuries, that they can recover, where in the past, how close is that becoming a success?
Neuralink, we've implanted Neuralink in 3 patients so far who are quadriplegics, and it allows them to directly control their phone and computer just using their mind, just by thinking. It's like, so we call this product telepathy. So you control your computer and phone just by thinking, and it's possible to actually control the computer and phone faster than someone who has working hands. Then the next step would be to add a second Neuralink implant past the point where the neurons are damaged, so that somebody can walk again, and so they can have full body functionality restored.
Boy, what an a-hole, that Elon Musk. Helping blind people to see and helping those that can't walk get back on their feet. I mean, that's terrible. It's like he's Hitler and a Nazi. And listen, that's one of those audio bites that a lot of people probably won't play today. I am, because I think that's part of what personifies what is going on in America right now, where you have Elon Musk and you have Donald Trump. They're doing really good things on a lot of different levels. And they're literally talking about Elon Musk helping blind people see and helping people that can't walk get back on their feet. The point that Hannity is making, and it is a point that needs to be made, is that Elon, number one, he's doing a lot of good. I mean, how many Starlink systems did Western North Carolina get? How often has Elon Musk donated these Starlink systems, communications devices, to places that have been hit by, disaster, Mother Nature, and so forth? Elon Musk has done that. And so it is a point that needs to be made, is that Elon, number one, has a lot going on. He's running companies. He's helping those that are physically impaired. He's repopulating the earth. Yet here he is helping Donald Trump get done what needs to be done.
I wanted to find somebody smarter than him. I searched all over. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't.
You really tried hard.
I couldn't find anyone smarter, right? So we had it for the country.
But this is the thing.
We settled on this guy.
Well, thanks for having me.
So you're doing all of these things. Nobody at Doge gets paid a penny, correct?
Well, actually, some people are federal employees.
Some are, okay.
Yeah,
they're helping.
But it's fair to say that the software engineers at Doge could be earning millions of dollars a year, and instead of earning a small fraction of that as federal employees.
And for that, Elon Musk and his nerd army, they are getting vilified, just blasted in the media, social media, so on and so forth. And by the way, speaking again of those 2 astronauts, including that one from Mount Juliet, Middle Tennessee, Butch Whitmore, who basically, Joe Biden basically left them stuck in space. And now Elon Musk is focusing on rescuing them. And part of what he said is that we're trying to move up our timeline since, Joe Biden apparently just thought it was fine to abandon them in space.
They got left in space.
They've been there. They were supposed to be there 8 days. They're there almost 300.
Biden.
Yes, they were left up there for political reasons, which is not good.
Okay, it's not good. Now, you are very confident. You think this will be a successful mission.
Well, we don't want to be complacent, but we have brought astronauts back from the space station many times before, and always with success. Mm-hmm. So as long as we're not complacent.
When are you going to launch?
I think it's about 4 weeks to bring them back.
About 4 weeks?
Yeah.
And
we're being extremely cautious. Yeah.
You now have the go-ahead.
Yes. Well, thanks to you.
They didn't have the go-ahead with Biden.
What's that?
He was going to leave him in space. I think he was going to leave him in space.
Well, it's like we were growing up, lost in space.
Yeah, he didn't want the publicity. Can you believe it?
Unbelievable.
I can believe it. It is 8:17 on Nashville's Morning News. Time to check the roads on WTN. Weather today, a high of 29 at some point. Right now, 21 degrees. Looks like we still have some snow in the eastern part of Tennessee, but here in Middle Tennessee, it looks like we're clear of the snow. However, we still have some very snowy and in some places icy roads. And so keep it slow and keep it here on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Earlier, we were talking about a number of different things with Elon Musk, including, Trump derangement syndrome and so forth. But one of the things that they did continue to talk about was that the left-wing media simply don't care about all of the good things that Donald Trump is doing. And they don't care. They just keep on hating.
It's funny how often when these attacks occur, the thing that they're accusing the administration of is what they are guilty of. Mm-hmm. They're saying that things are being done unconstitutional, but what they are doing is unconstitutional. They are guilty of the crime of which they accuse us.
That's always the first thing they do. He's in violation of the Constitution. They don't even know what they're talking. Well,
it's absurd.
It's just a con job. It's a big con job. And they're so bad for the country, so dangerous and so bad. And the media is so bad. When I watch MSNBC, which I don't watch much, but you have to watch the enemy on occasion, the level of arrogance and cheating, and they're just horrible people. These are
lie.
Horrible people.
They tell conspiracy
liars.
Theories.
And they start up with the Constitution. They couldn't care less about the Constitution.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and they are absolutely right. And one of the things that I really liked, because we're talking about, Trump derangement syndrome and some of these other things, but really it all comes back down to, and this was really effective, where Elon Musk was talking about the priorities of both parties. Now, the Democrats, their hair is, of course, on fire. We all know what's going on with the rampant waste, fraud, and abuse that Elon Musk is uncovering. And they talk about this discussion of the priorities. The Democrats, hair on fire, protests, all of these other things. And yet Elon Musk and Donald Trump, their priority is saving the American people money and having a more efficient and effective government. And for Elon Musk, it comes down to two words: competence and caring.
In order to save taxpayer money, it comes down to two things: competence and caring. And when the president was shown the outrageous bill for the new Air Force One, and then negotiated it down, if the president had not applied competence and caring, the price would have been 50% higher, literally 50% higher. The president cared, the president was competent, the price was not 50% higher as a result. And so when you add more competence and caring, you get a better deal for the American people.
You know what I was thinking about earlier this morning is that a lot of this wasteful spending, I want you to think about this. A lot of this wasteful spending that was going on during USAID, during that whole thing. It was going on during Biden's term. This was also the period where inflation was rampant, way up over 9%. And the Democrats didn't care. They were going to keep spending and keep spending and keep spending, and they didn't care what we, the people, were going through as long as Iraq got their $20 million to produce Sesame Street.
But that's caring. No, it's not even the art of the deal. It's caring. He uses the word, it's caring. Yeah. It's a certain competence, but I think it's more caring than competence.
If you add either ingredient, either competence or caring, you'll get a better outcome. But it stands to reason that if you don't have competence, you don't have caring, you're going to get a terrible deal. And the problem is that the American taxpayers have been getting a terrible deal because look at the last administration. Can any reasonable person say that the last administration was either competent or caring?
But they lied to us and said that Joe didn't have a cognitive decline.
They fully lied.
They said the borders were closed. They said that the borders were secure. They said that, they said Obamacare would save.
They flat out lied.
They flat out lied.
Insane.
All right. So coming up now, some of my favorite audio of the day. Is Doge cutting enough? Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary has an opinion.
I think the issue is they're not whacking enough.
Yeah, and I've got that full audio coming up next on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It is Nashville's Morning News. The Super Text line is open at 615-737-9986. Joan Jones has the news at 8:30. Joan.
Yep, no more snow to come here, but it's certainly leaving behind quite a few accidents on the road this morning. Also, a couple of 12-year-olds are in trouble with Metro Nashville police. Those stories coming up at 8:30 on Supertalk 99.7 WTN.
Think of Joan, Dan Mandis here. Sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and receive the strongest cash offer in the industry. You're going to save time and make the most money. Dan Mandis here. Now, with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain, you can skip the hassle of getting your home ready to sell. Receive an all-cash offer and close in as little as 21 days. There is no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Now, one of their clients, Jerry, he explained that they needed to move quickly, and they were worried the process would be lengthy and they would spend a lot of money on repairs. He says Mark Spain Real Estate got us an offer in just 3 days, and it was over the asking price. It was amazing. Selling your home is a big decision. Who you work with matters. As the most experienced real estate team in the industry, you can trust my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what the guaranteed offer would be on your home today. There's no obligation. 855-299-SOLD. 855-299-SOLD. You can always find them online anytime at markspain.com and start packing.